YouTube 14 in 2. Banlist can't stop us. Let's go. Most noble nuts. Let's go. So, the thing is that, as you may know, Balance got hit, murdered, basically, not hit, murdered. And that kind of, made Noble Nuts very, very bricky and very hard to play. So yeah, they basically, from the best deck or one of the best decks became, trash. Same like Onomats, basically. But the thing is that with the recent developments, Noble Nuts actually are pretty good. And some people say it's even, roguish tier 3, top tier. It's been performing very well in the Duel Links Entertainment tournaments. But, in the real, okay, we won't say real tournaments, but in Duel Links meta tournaments, it's not really working as well. I would say the biggest issue is Harpies. Otherwise, this deck is actually pretty good. Sure, it's still bricky without the skill, but when you when you actually are able to set up the board, it's so good that it cancels itself out in a way. We could say, so you win most of your duels, pretty comfortably. But the duels where you lose, it's like awful, I would say it's similar situation with Thunder Dragons because they are so powerful when they open well, but their consistency is not the best, But as you can see, it's still workable. Thunder Dragons are tier 2 now by TPC. So yeah, as you can see, Noble Knight's best deck. Let's go. Confirmed. So here is the deck. I will cover everything here. Let's see, where do we start? Well, let's start off with the most important question everyone has. Why Light Barrier? Well, Light Barrier is very good with Parallel Twister and Storm to get rid of back row, or with Parallel Twister you can get rid of a monster if needed. And you may ask, why can't I just play Harpies Hunting Ground? Because it bluffs that I'm playing Harpies. Well, if we're gonna play against a real player, you won't really bluff it well, first of all. And second of all, the good thing with Light Barrier is that it activates turn, which means your opponent pop it on on his turn. And for that reason, if you're playing against Harpies, if you were running Harpies Hunting Ground against Harpies, they can just pop it on their turn, and you did nothing with your skill. While here you have your field, ready to go, and you can use it. So for that reason, people are playing Light Barrier, and I decided to play it as well. Okay, then let's talk about the card choices. You want 3 Madrat, you want 1 Dristan because it's nice to be able to, lock the field, and it can pop face-up cards in the field when it's equipped. You want triple Merlin, and yes, that's a prismatic, baby, let's go! Okay, next up, you want to have 1 Brothers because it can reshuffle your Noble Knights cards in the graveyard, so you can reuse them. It seems like it does feel like a serious Teller Knights, really. Then you have boars, which is pretty nice. You want to have 3 of them with comboed with Medrat. It's pretty nice. You want to have 1 Gwynnefer. I saw some people playing multiples, but I think 1 Gwynnefer is probably better. Because it's searchable and stuff, and probably that isn't too best if you keep drawing it. So yeah, I would probably go with only 1. Like I said, Parallel Twister is pretty nice with sending equips, so you can pop cards in the field, so you can get rid of the opponent's disruption if you go second, and then you can set up your board, which you really want. Then Glory of the Noble Nuts is pretty standard. You want 3 because it searches for any of your equips. Now I did decide to go for double Noble Arms Aphrodite because that's your, with Parallel Twister and Storm, your only way to pop set cards in the field, like back row. Caliburn is pretty nice because it can gain you life points, and you can activate it multiple times on your turn, so you can gain lots of life points, basically. Gallatin is pretty nice because you can get quite big with the attack boost. Noble Arms of Destiny can protect your warriors from being destroyed once per turn, which is pretty nice as well. And then, like I said, one storm to pop the back row. What, I can't speak. And then you want triple until noble knights are top tier again. Because first of all, it can plus, it can plus you a couple cards, and also it's a pretty nice card in the graveyard, which can special summon your noble knights monsters once per turn. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Then from the extra deck, we're playing double Artorigus. We're playing one Excalibur because we have warriors, and getting to 4k damage is pretty nice sometimes. The Artorigus, the level 4 Artorigus, is pretty nice as well because it can equip spell cards, and also destroy any number of spells and traps without targeting. Also, we're playing double King Castellan because it's pretty nice because it can bounce stuff, and also when it's destroyed, it floats. There's lots of floating with King of Artorigus and stuff. So for that reason, it's very hard to deal with Noble Knights, really, and that's why Noble Knights are pretty good. And also, we're finally playing one Heraldry. If we somehow open all monsters, I guess we can somehow, survive against Harpies with Heraldry. But yeah, you can play it differently. You can make it much cheaper. Like if you just get triple extra deck, you can even remove Peril Twister if you don't have. You can play it much cheaper. If you just go 3 times in the extra deck, if you go 1 time in the box to get your Castellans, you don't even need to have double Castellan. Maybe just one is necessary, I would say. You don't need Excalibur, you don't need Heraldry, you don't need Parallel Twister, really. You can make it much cheaper for yourself, and you can still hit King of Games easily and have fun with the deck. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Let's now jump straight into Duel replays, because it is time to duel. Why is the Noble Knight, why is the Noble Knight setup so good? The thing is that it's very hard for the opponent to break the board that you set up. And to set up the board, you basically need Merlin or Medrat plus 3 or plus 1 equip. So that's not too hard, to open, and when you open it, it's amazing. Of course, we didn't open it here, but even with boards, we can set up something. Let's see, what do we do? We can go with the equip, we can activate boards. You want to go with equips plus the trap, because when you send the trap in the graveyard, it's pretty nice because it activates from the graveyard. So here we can also activate the Gwen. Gwen serves you as an equip. Plus, we can with until Noble Arms are needed once again, excavate cards. You will see now. We can excavate cards as much as we have equips, and then get one card out of them and leave the second one on the top of the deck. So here we can get our Destiny. He can destroy with Gorgonic, but the good thing is that I tried out with the Book of Moon as well. But yeah, we can just book Gorgonic, so we can make plays, safely. We don't get buttered by Gorgonic. So here it doesn't seem like we are in the best spot, right? Well, with until Noble Arms are needed once again, we can get Medrat, we can summon the boars with the equip, destroy the equip, get it back, with boars draw into our search for any of our equips, basically. We can also activate Gwen, go for the Artorigus, return our equips, get life points, destroy his card, and this is the board that I was talking about. Artorigus floats. Also, once per turn it can be destroyed because of Arms of Destiny. Also, we have until Noble Arms are needed once again, which can, get us one card more, and in graveyard can special summon again, and we have another one in the graveyard as well, ready to go. And we have Gwen in the card, which can activate. So yeah, we're, that's a pretty nasty board. So yeah, here he can go for his Berserkium. He can try to pop. It's protected once. He can try again. Here we can activate to get ourselves a Merlin. Our Torrigers floats, like I said, floats into the boars. We can now summon with until with summon the Driston. We top deck Peril Twister, which is amazing because we can destroy his Berserkian, which can't float because the field isn't empty. And then we can just start our combo again, and that's too much for magnets, I would say. Yeah, and he scoops because there's nothing he could have done. I would like to also mention to if you enjoy content like this, if you enjoy tutorials, if you enjoy deck lists in general, if you enjoy dual replays that I can provide, join us on this channel, join us on the journey. Subscribe to the channel also. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch, where we stream these duels live and stuff. So yeah, join us on Twitch. I will post a link down in the description. Now here we're playing against Harpies, and Harpies can be an issue. And good thing for us is, like I said, I used to run Book of Moon before. You can run it. Some people run it. I decided to remove it. So the good thing is that we can get rid of his slash, but with Storm we can destroy his back row. Book of Moon his slash. With Boars we can go for the Arf. Pop his that was a misplay. I was really to be honest, I am still new with the deck. So I didn't read that it loses attack when it destroys the set card. So I thought I would just remove both of his monsters. But yeah. To be honest, I got streaks. I got pretty nice streaks, even how would you say, when I just started playing the deck and I already got streaks, which was pretty nice. And now here I did decide to go for all traps, to go a bit safer without Gwen. But yeah, he can activate Feather Wrist to return his cards, draw one card. Channeler into Perfumer, that's pretty good for him. Can go into the Egotist as well. Goes for the slash, can bounce my monster. Now we chain to go into the Driston. Now the spell card chains to equip to the Driston. Driston can pop his slash, and sure, he can destroy our Driston, but we should be still chilling here. We can go with the Merlin. Now I did feel the delays earlier, so I assumed he has the freaking Swallow's Nest set. So for that reason, I wasn't really afraid of his back row. So yeah, we can go with Merlin into the Madrot. We can exceed into the boy. He doesn't read, of course. We can clear his whole field. He can't really come back from one card, and with that we have easy clap. So yeah, we managed to get back into the game and actually win, which was pretty nice because we didn't open the combo. Like in the last couple of duels, we didn't even open our best combo really, and we still managed to win. I would say pretty comfortably. So yeah, easy clap. Okay, Kaiba can be a bit annoying, I would say, because he can set up 2 interruptions, which, isn't the best. So let's see how we deal with it. And we're not going first as well. He's going for the Raiden. I guess it's not Blue Eyes. It could be still Blue Eyes. I have seen weirder versions of Blue Eyes before. Okay, let's see. We can go with the Merlin. Go into the boars. The boys. He mills again. Goes with the Sage into the Dragon Spirit of White. Of course, banishes the trap, which is awful for us. He can also go for his Blue Eyes in hand, which is a weird flex, but okay. He can destroy. Now, the thing is that Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon can be a bit annoying because it can negate our activation from graveyard, and lots of our stuff actually activates in the graveyard. We can activate Glory, equip Caliburn, get Burnin'. We can also activate. For some reason, he doesn't negate here. I guess he thought we had some, better thing to negate from the graveyard, which was like, for real, bro. I guess he doesn't know that that is our, amazing for us. So yeah, we can now search for the Gallatin, equip the Gwen. He negates now, which was fine. We can now go into Artorigus, equip. He bounces before we can try to destroy his monster. We can destroy it still with Gallatin. That's why we searched for the Gallatin, because we decided we wanted to go. We wanted to destroy his Azure Eyes. He has another Sage, goes into the Blue Eyes. With Glow Up Bulb, he can go into the Vermilion, but our Artorigus floats. He can summon his. That's wild. He can summon his Spirit Dragon back, which actually isn't the best for us because because we activate stuff from our graveyard. But the good thing is that we top decked. Did we top deck Boars? I think we top decked Boars. Not Boars, but the Bros. And brothers can summon 2 monsters on the field, and we can go into the big boy. What's it called? The freaking. At least we can even bounce him. We can go into the most noble of knights, Excalibur. Yeah, and destroy his monster easily and OTK. So yeah, GG. Also, interesting thing is to notice Steven Freshy. You should check him out, of course, if you haven't already. If you don't know about him, he said he's gonna run Noble Knights in the KC Cup, which is says a lot how good he thinks they are. To be honest, I do see his points, and I do see when you open well, it's amazing, especially I would say against Thunder Dragons, and I do expect the Thunder Dragon KC Cup, but I'm not sure if they are consistent enough, and I don't think I'm good enough to wield the power of Noble Knights, because I just started, like I told you, I just started playing them. I'm definitely not the expert on them, so I would feel comfortable enough to play them in the KC Cup. Now, we decided to go with the boards equipped with the Gallatin. Why? Because Arvata can negate our Merlin and our Medrot, and that ain't good, bro. So we wanted to get rid of his Arvata, as soon as possible. So okay, he can sphere us. That's not good because he can destroy our boards now. And we top deck Parallel Twister, which is amazing. We can destroy his Arvata, go for the Merlin, activate the equip, summon the boars, destroy the equip. This is the combo. This is our best way to go around. We can activate the boards. We want to excavate Gwen and 2 traps, because the odds are that you will get the trap in the hand, which you want, and you want a trap in the graveyard, which you want, and you want Gwen in the graveyard because it can equip from the graveyard. And for that, and then it makes them both level 5, and we can go for the Artorigus, equip the equips, destroy. Okay, I misclicked here. I didn't want to destroy his Bearang because now he can search, and now we just gave him D-Draw. Bro, but we should still be fine, Copia, because we still have Merlin in the graveyard, we still have until Nobunar. Yeah, the trap. We still have Gwen in the graveyard, and we have the trap on the field, and we are protected with Destiny, and we float with Artorigus, so we should be fine. And at least we got rid of, at least we now know he has a Veil, and we know he doesn't have any further hand traps from seeing that, from seeing the delays. So let's see. He just goes for the Arvata. We can activate the trap, add the Merlin. We can activate the trap now, go for the Dristan. That's a nice top deck. Destroy his field, which destroys his Arvata. Can go into the Bearang. We can destroy him now. We can go into the Excalibur, and because we know he has no hand traps, at least he could have another Veil, so we decided to play around another Veil, and with Excalibur, we have exact lethal. Jack Atlas. Let's get it. So I think we had a 5 win streak, then 3, and then 6. Yeah. Just in case you were wondering, how is it 14 in 2, bro? Yeah. So here we open the combo, and we get to go first, which is pretty nice. We can activate Caliburn. This is why Caliburn is so good, because as you can see, we got 5, we're at 5k life points, and we're still not done. We can go with the Artorigus, equip it again, and gain more life points. Now, he does Cosmicus, which is kinda annoying, not gonna lie. He can activate, he can go for his plays, he can get his life points back to 5k, which is pretty nice for him. But Artorigus floats here, he can destroy one monster. We can go for the boars, the brothers, bruh. Okay, we can activate the brothers, we can summon here. We can Parallel Twister, destroy his one monster. Why would we do that? Because we can OTK. Now, how? Because we have the Merlin in the graveyard, which can quick play Exceed, as you will see now. We can destroy his one monster, attack directly, activate Merlin, go into the King Artorigus, and deal 3k more damage, and that's a shit ton of damage, bro. That's actually insane how much damage we can deal. As you can see, we can, grind games, and we also can deal tons of damage, really fast, and OTK basically even. So yeah, that's really the power of Noble Knights, and that's really why Noble Knights were a tier 1 deck, back in the day with balance. And the last duel we have for today. Let's go. Let's see, Scud. We don't like bullies here, in my parts. Life point boost alpha. I think it was magnets? Any magnetic money max in chat? I don't know, bro. He searches for the beta, so I'm assuming he already has an alpha in hand. Okay, we can Parallel Twister, destroy his back row, which was pretty nice. We can go into the Madrat. We don't open another equip here. We do open Gwen Fafa, which is nice, but yeah, we can go destroy. I think I should have went with the Castanin here, because it floats. I mean, yeah, probably should have done that, but yeah. He goes for the Gamma, goes for the Alpha, searches Berserkian. This is standard Magnet 3, third turn Magnet. This is the standard turn 3 for Magnets. Magnets want to OTK on turn 3, because on first turn they set up the board for the OTK, and then on turn 3 they OTK through, basically anything you summon on the board. And the good thing with Noble Knights, it's very hard to OTK them once they have the floatable monsters on the field. So for that reason, I would say Noble Knights should have a decent matchup against Thunder Dragons, because, Thunder Dragons can levy Burr and Advanced Dragon Burr, but if they can't OTK through my monsters and my board, that's not good enough. That's probably not gonna be good enough, because then we can destroy his whole board again. And Thunder Dragons, after they like to invest all of their resources into the levy Burr. So basically, I would like to say that they don't have the best follow-up after we survive their first push, really. With Berserkian, he can destroy the trap, he can destroy the Castanin. Castanin floats. Artorigus floats into the boars. Okay, we can activate the trap, go with the brothers. Brothers return 3 monsters, grab a card. Draw a card, better said. With boars, we can activate to get the equips and send the trap. Okay, we got the equips and the trap. We can destroy his Berserkian, which then doesn't float. We can bounce with Castanin. We can also equip with Destiny, why not, while we're at it. And at this point, Magnets don't really, really have the best follow-up after their first turn, after their first push. Same as Thunder Dragons, I would say. They like to OTK on the turn they make their initial push. So for that reason, he probably can't go with, another Berserkian, even if he has another Berserkian. He also doesn't have the resources to go with it. We can survive with our Noble Knights, Noble Arms of Destiny, get the Madrat, and that's gonna be GG. So yeah, as you can see, okay, he has a Kite Raid, okay. He can survive for a turn, but what then, bro? You're just stalling. And yeah, as you can see, Noble Knights are still amazing. I would say they're a decent investment because they're not that expensive. Also, they are on sale now. That's how I got them. I didn't buy them earlier when they're top tier. My grandma just bought me 2 structure decks now, and I just got 1000 gems, and I got the deck pretty cheap, I would say. And I also got the Kastanin from the box because the box is actually nice where Kastanin is in. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you find the playstyle nice, and if you enjoy the archetype in general. Definitely go for it now when it's on the sale. So yeah, hope you will enjoy enjoy the deck for yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video, and that's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Bye.